Hello, this is Zeeebo and welcome back to yet another new event first look. So this time around we have Relentless Rumble. It is basically kill as many enemies as possible kind of game mode. So let's just run through the rules first, the rewards, the different conditions, as well as the different enemies or the enemies that I can see right now. Okay, so looking at the rules, during a brawl battle, a new non-summon enemy appears every time you defeat one. Each brawl has two difficulties, common and endless. You need to defeat all enemies to clear a brawl on common difficulty, which will unlock the endless one. So in endless mode, your goal is to defeat as many enemies as possible before the 90-second mark. So there will be a ranking system based on your district right here. So this is for glory, honor, and the best relentless brawl player. Okay, so this is the ranking system. And next, talking about the buffs. So there are certain buffs to the unit once you reach the endless stage. So specifically for this brawl, this unit over here is the tenacity buff. So for every 3 enemies that appear, the third one will have tenacity. So tenacity buff is immunity to physical damage. So these are the different buffs to be applied. And then right after, I'll say like you clear through everything, I think you're pretty much done with this brawl itself, right? And for the quest over here, the quest system is as such. So I'll run through the rewards. It's basically the thing that I think most people will be interested in, obviously. How much rewards are we getting based on the effort that we are putting in, right? So this is the point system. On top, we'll be getting upwards to 10 invite letters. Then for the point system, we got gems, gold, velvet vouchers, as well as twilight essence. Okay, so we continue to scroll down. So I'll let you guys record how many tickets, how many essence, how many gems, or how much gold we will be getting for this one. Okay, so that's for the reward side. Okay, so there's this timer. So I completed all the green color ones, but there's this like 43 hours, 90 plus hours timer over here. So it's a little bit time gated in terms of the reward side, but I think you can just do it once you are done with all the quests. You should be able to claim all the points eventually. So with regards to the different stuff, I think that's pretty much it for the game mode. Pretty straightforward. There's this basic, I don't know what it means. What it means is in Chinese, 使用骰子即可使出点数在棋盘中前进. So I think this is just additional lines that's not relevant to this this game mode. So like, yeah, this is like initial testing stuff. So there will be some changes, or there might be some changes, but at least I'll say the whole structure of Relentless Brawl should be like this, right? Just fight as many enemies and kill them as possible. So now for the brawl side, in terms of the different leveling as well as the tiers. So in Relentless Rumble, hero levels are adjusted according to the baseline level. So level 240 for everyone. Okay, hero equipment levels are adjusted to match hero levels, and all artifacts are adjusted to level 10. So this is massive, because if you adjust all the artifacts to level 10, the strongest artifact is without a doubt Starshot Spell. Yeah, because Starshot Spell stats is very well rounded and has one of the strongest ability in game at level 10. So this is one major adjustment that you guys need to know. Okay, and then please note that season magic charms are not active in this game mode. So units with really powerful seasonal magic charms will not be as powerful in this game mode. Okay, so that's for the level thing. For the minimum tier, it's legendary. So with regards to the enemies, so far we have this rider here, quicksand shooter. So it's just endless spawns for this unit. So these are the ability. Havoc volley. Okay, and we have frag shot, and we have swift steps. Okay, so this is the enemy for the very first round, and this is the enemy buff in the endless mode. And now with regards to how the normal mode looks like, so let's just battle and show it to you guys. Okay, so this is my best team setup for specifically for this boss, but I think you guys are free to try and error with all the different units you have. So one thing I realized is we also not be getting the talent house. I think this is a non-seasonal game mode in terms of the whole idea, except for the seasonal artifact itself. So there's no talent tile, there's no season magic charms, and your units are set to level 240, which is the highest base level in pre-season. So this is the damage distribution. Okay, so I'm using the legendary Talin, which is a base Talin but leveled up to legendary. Now let's move on to the endless side. So for the endless side, same thing, go in, put your units, and then you get this ranking system right here. So I'm at 66Q with that team just now. But I'm just gonna try to use another unit to see whether or not I can get a better score. I will probably try my Elsa, who is a little bit stronger. Yeah, so for this game mode, obviously all the very powerful AoE characters like Iron, Arden, Elsa, they are going to be really strong. And Lily May obviously is another powerhouse because of her ability to actually stack up damage based on the kills itself. So since we're killing a lot of enemies, she's gonna max out her growth very fast. So Lily May is probably one of the go-to and probably one of the goated units. Arden obviously with Iron for the AoE combo. For the support side, I chose Smokey because Smokey has heals as well as damage, and he's one of the strongest unit in my team. I was thinking about Mikola as well, but I think if I'm using Mikola's buff might not benefit my whole team because she can be a little bit all over the place. Okay, but anyway, I'm just gonna give Mikola a try to see whether or not we get a better damage. Gonna take out Elsa and then we put in Taylin. Okay, so my previous best run is 60, so we're gonna try switching out Smokey for Mikola to see how things fare for us. Okay, so we're gonna do this, put our range units in front, and we're gonna use Starshot spell here. So without further ado, let's start the battle. Okay, so go in. Oh no, Mikola died, so I think my Mikola cannot be in front. For this one, using Iron as a tank was already more than sufficient for me. So I don't know whether or not you actually need a tank because the levels will be the same. But if I can survive without a tank, I think most people should be able to survive without a tank. Yeah, so I'm just using Iron as a front line, Mikola as a support for the additional buff, and because my Mikola is a Supreme with the EX weapon, there's this additional burn. But it's just that I think if I were using Smokey, my Taylin's damage output will be more consistent. Yeah, so this is the current. We will see whether or not Mikola performs better. I personally think that Smokey is a little bit better because of consistency, because against this enemy over here, Mikola is gonna jump around. So honestly speaking, we don't know who she will be buffing, so that's one thing to consider. But usually Mikola's buff is a little bit better. But if I were to use Taylin here, maybe Mikola is not the best, but if I were to use Elsa, it might be a different thing. So I'll try Elsa as well to see whether or not I can break my 66 kill record on this account. Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, no seasonal magic charm, no seasonal skill. Everybody's level 240 unless you are in the pre-season, unless you haven't started the new season itself. And the best artifact should be Starshot spell because all the artifacts are level 10. Okay, so 48, we are rank 80. So my best team just now was Smokey with Taylin. So this is my best team just now. Let's change out the position a little to see whether or not we can get better damage. Okay, so Iron's gonna pull everyone together to immobilize them. And then because we are using Smokey with a lot more heals, Taylin's ultimate can actually sustain better. Let's say if you're trying to use Taylin like myself right here. Because Taylin doesn't need like a lot of tiers for like her main source of damage, which is the ultimate itself. So I'll say personally for your own account is dependent on whether or not you have a better unit than a legendary Taylin. If not, Taylin probably will be one of the strongest unit to deal damage, specifically for this game mode, because you can just see like if the enemies are not hitting her, she will just be able to output damage continuously as long as you have one healer on the battlefield to sustain her up. Yeah, so this is like the best damage for me just now. I'll try Elsa together with Mikola to see whether or not I can break this. And for those of you guys wondering whether or not Almas will be good, I think Almas is not that crucial because I think this game mode is more about dealing damage over control. So in that sense, Almas is not that good because we are a little bit better, 69. So just now we were 68, so our rank is a little bit higher, 9. So we beat our own record by having better positioning. So next we're gonna try Elsa together with Mikola. Yeah, because Elsa's gonna jump in front, benefiting more from Mikola's buff. And Elsa also does pretty decent AoE damage together with Iron, as well as other control units. Yeah, because we have a lot of control here, so we are able to proc the AoE of Elsa more consistently. And my Elsa is a little bit higher tier, so she should theoretically hit harder and faster. But I think Taylor's AoE is so big that her AoE damage is a lot more consistent. So yeah, I do think that in most cases you want to feel Taylor for most people. Specifically if you have her at the highest tier, obviously you want to use her. Later on we'll take a look at like the damage so that you guys can sort of see which units you want to use once this game mode comes out on the global side. Probably comes out in less than 1 week's time together with Shellbrood, I guess. So I just released a video for Shellbrood, which I'll link in the card above. Okay, Elsa's damage is okay, I guess, but it feels like her AoE is mostly from the shell wall, the stone wall, which is I think less consistent compared to Taylor's consistent AoE damage ultimate, which is just burning enemies down once they spawn. So yeah, so I think Taylor is probably the better choice to go. Just consistent, hard-hitting AoE damage to kill enemies as fast as possible. Don't really need a tank because me with 1 Iron can survive. So I think if you have Iron on the battlefield to just draw a little bit of attention with 1 healer in your team to support, I think it's more than good enough. Yeah, another thing about Elsa together with Mikola, I think Elsa blocks out Mikola to a certain extent because of the rock wall that she spawns. So that's that. Unfortunate. So I don't think Mikola's the best for this game mode specifically, or at least not the best for this group of units over here. Okay, so very simple game mode. Oh shit, I totally skipped the damage step, but I think it's fine. You guys probably understand what are the better units right now, right? How this game mode plays out. Very simple game mode to get like just a little bit more free resources for this season itself. Okay, thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.